Everybody, I'm Masako Ganaha. I'm an independent journalist from Japan, and I've been working on to educate and warn Japanese people to wake up and participate this global. I see this as a warfare. This injection issue is not just a medical issue, but we are dealing with a huge, bigger problem. And so today, I think the time is limited, so I would like to introduce some key people and organizations that are putting effort in doing critical research. And so I myself is not a medical expert, but there are so many incredible researchers and doctors in Japan who are putting critical researches. And one organizations that people need to pay attention in Japan it's called the National Coalition to Stop mRNA Vaccines. And that's a group. I think many of the people who are following this issue have heard of a doctor, researcher called Yasufumi Murakami. He is an expert on researching on the antigens. And yes, so he is leading this organization. And right now, we realize that whatever we do, the government ignores us. So the organization, what we are focusing on is not to focus on too much on the government, but to focus on educating the people. Because no matter what the government says, if individual people decide not to get injection, then their plan is over. So we have focused on educating people and make decision by themselves not to get injection. And actually, this strategy had huge success last year. Many people know that the self-amplifying injection started in Japan. And the company, it's called Meiji Seika Pharma, was the one who produced and distributed in Japan. But because of this warning from this volunteer group in Japan, their estimate of selling, the outcome was very low. So individual people made a decision not to get this injection. Because of this huge success, the company decided to sue one of the key influential politicians. His name is Kazuhiro Haraguchi. But the court case is now seems that the congressman who is being sued for defamation is actually in favor, because the pharmaceutical company they claim that the defamatory statement by the politician. But now the court is asking the pharmaceutical company to show more evidence of that supports the pharmaceuticals claim. So because they are picking words and the politician did not actually talk about specifically of the company, but the company said, oh, he is talking about us and sued him. But so the pharma company made a big mistake. So this is a kind of huge win in Japan right now. And this organization, the National Coalition to Stop mRNA Vaccine, they recently built a huge database of, right now it's 1.4 million cases of injection happened in Japan. They collected all the data. The volunteer went to each individual offices in local government and asked for the raw data, not the data from the government, because they lied to us. So the volunteer, we decided to go to the local government and collect data themselves and compare what the government has showing us and actual data. And there's a huge difference. And we are discovering that how much the government is hiding from us. And one example, it's available online on their website so everybody can see, and we are encouraging people all over the world to use this data to analyze what the harm has been done. So, and one of the key findings from this database is that we have an organization in the government, it's called PMDA. That's the third party organization, received the, for example, when doctor inject and then this person dies within a day or two or adverse effect, they are supposed to report to this PMDA. So the data PMDA announced is very, compared to the raw data, it's very low. So for example, people who supposedly passed away within a day of getting injection is like almost 2-digit less than actual data that we obtained from the local government. And this is like very new findings. So now that the doctors and the people who are working on this this organization is making research paper to announce officially. It's like scientific. I don't like to use this word anymore, but they are doing actual scientific work. So the number of the actual death getting injection, this is not actually, admitted by the government that it's caused by the injection, but the number of death is fact. And the number of the people who passed away after getting injection that is acknowledged by the PMDA is super low. So we are in a process of analyzing government data using the raw data. And so now 1.4 million injection case is available on their website. And they are now looking to 20 million, making 20 million database. So it's growing. And so this is the one huge things that happening in Japan. And last year, international summit was held in Japan. And I couldn't participate, but I asked the participants how the world view Japan. And the person who is working at this organization told me that, like, for example, in Europe, it's very difficult to speak up because your license, doctor license will be taken away or you'll be put in jail. But in Japan, it's not happening like that. So it's kind of weird. In Japan, almost 80% of Japanese people got injection. So the damage is huge. But at the same time, because we relatively still have freedom of speech, so we have this massive raw data, and we can use this data to speak up. So I realized that Japan's role in this global fight is that people can use Japan as a database and have used as a platform to speak up. So that's, I think, Japan's role that we can contribute. And there are so many other things that I would like to share with you, but I would like to give you 3 names of Japanese politicians who are the only ones working on this issue. One is, as I mentioned, Mr. Kazuhiro Haraguchi. He is the one, the very person putting effort into this issue. He himself got 3 times injection and he got turbo cancer. But luckily, he recovered. And he is using his analysis of his cells. He discovered that after so many months, stem cell still contains spike protein. So this research is very important, and he is speaking up based on his experience. And the other person is Mr. Ryuhei Kawada. He is another politician. He was actually, come to think of it, Japan has experienced so many pharma government-tied corruption history of medicine and injection. So this politician, Ryuhei Kawata, he was actually got HIV for using the blood transfusion for long time ago. So he has been speaking up since then. And now he is participating in this fight too. And the other politician, his name is Sohei Kamiya. He leads a political party. It's called Sanseito. Sanseito is the only party right now in Japan who is speaking up to this injection issue as a party. So those are the key situation in Japan that I can share with you.
Masako, thank you so much. You've been great in helping me, get connected to people there, and keep doing the work. You are setting a spectacular example for everybody. I appreciate you getting up very early on a Sunday morning to be with us here. Thank you so much. Zemer, thank you for being able to make it. We know